Okay, continue.
Okay. Open it in a local window. Okay. I'm creating a new account with my email plus 44. Okay. So now I'm taking this pro plan because it is enough for GLL. Yes, currently. Now, yes, once it connected, so it will show like all the currencies it is having, and also it will fetch the balance. And now it is showing currently how much GLL I need to pay. So currently I have 28 GLL, right? So like in new tab, I'm also opening my wallet. So for the testing purpose, so I want to know whether it is detected or not.
No, in Gateway, your balance is anyway being shown. No need to open another wallet.
Yes, 28. Okay. So yeah, currently I'm opening, connecting, paying it now. So I have 28. Let's see. Yes, so here I'm adding currency. Yes. Now I got this dashboard. The first step is completed, and with a plan of pro plan, which I already subscribed. So it is 30 days left. So still the 28 days is left, and first point is completed. And also, so the second point. So I need to check. So this point, let us discuss like once we go to again the payment gateway. So and after that, create allowed invoices and some customers and quotations. So here, so for the invoices, it is taking only one, and for the quotation, currently it is 50, and for customer also it is 50. So I'm just creating one product now. Let's see the product. So I'm just creating test product. So which is currency of USD and unit. Okay, currently I need to create a unit. So once I create it, the price. So first one, for the testing purpose, I'm just adding 0.1. Okay, for testing purpose, I just added this. Okay, so don't mind the price, and I'm creating a customer. Okay, so okay, so now you can see in the membership plan, so the customer is increased by one and the product also increased by one. So now coming to the invoice, currently it is 0, and when I create an invoice, okay, so currently there is no bank details. Yes. So now I created an invoice which is payment of $0.1, and so now like I created an invoice, customers, and also the quotation. Let's see the quotation too. Okay, I added the quotation. Now let's see the count here. So the invoice is one is completed, and the quotation also one is completed. The customer also one is completed. Now, so let's see. Yeah. So this fourth point also, like the third step created is done, and now the fourth step it is also done because it is decreasing, and so delete one customer, and so like does it increases the same or not. Okay, let us, I'm deleting the current customer. Currently there is one record, and I'm deleting is, once I delete this one, and if I go to settings, and in this company, sorry, in this membership, you can see still the one is there. Okay, even after I refresh the page, still the count is not reduced, because in the DB, so currently we are not deleting this record. Just if they, we are just like doing, so we're just hiding the record, that's it. And so delete one. Yeah, so the fifth step is also completed, and once the extra invoice is created, so a toast message need to be there. Okay, right. So currently I have completed my one invoice in the membership, right? I completed my one invoice, and so yeah, so for this invoice, okay, it will also not show because we hide this customer, right? So it will not also not shown. So let me create another one. Okay, so once I try to create another invoice, yeah, it is showing the limit is exceeded, please upgrade your plan, something like that. And when I click here to upgrade, it will take me to the plans page. So now you can see it will take me to the plans page where it will show all the plans here. And so now coming to the next step, so okay, it is the sixth step also completed. Now show the gateway is protected by showing the network tab. And this time, so like you want me to pay with XTC, right? So currently what is my plan? So currently I have plan pro plan, so which is amount of 0.1, I think. So currently I have pro plan. let us have yeah. Currently, I'm subscribing to the Pro plan only, so which is less amount because I don't have that much XTC balance. Yes. So now for the XTC, let me check my amount there. Yes, currently I have 1.15 and I need to pay 0.15 XTC. Okay, so now when I pay it, okay, it is also showing the transaction fees. Okay, so now 0.1.15, I'm just noting it down. uh, 1.15 is my current balance. Let's see like whether it is increasing. So here the GLL balance is on that step it is 28 and it is reduced by 1 and here it is reduced by 0.15 which I have paid. Let's see at last. Okay, so now yeah the payment is done for that invoice, sorry, for my plan. Okay, yeah, when I go to the plan section here you can see it is structurally showing that. So I have two plans, one is pro plan and another one is a pro plan, so which is expiring at 28 days, 29 days left, and the invoice count also it is changing. Previously it is 1, now it is, because I take the second plans also, right? So then it is showing the 2. Okay, yeah, so this XTC also working fine now. So we need to check, uh, we need to check the pay with invoice. So for the Stripe, GLL and XTC, for the Stripe I need to have a key. So for testing purpose I just took I will just took two keys. Give me 1 minute. I will took
You
2 to 3
skipped step
keys.
number 7.
Mm, sorry. Okay, okay, okay. Anyway, like I will show it in these two steps, 10 and 11. Okay. So
Okay.
now, for this pay the invoice with the Stripe. Let me complete that one. So 1 second. Let me take this Stripe key because in order to accept any payment, so we need to save the gateway details. These gateway details I need to take off. So give me 1 minute. So I'm just taking my Stripe key. Yes, so here is my Stripe key, and I'm adding it a gateway. So the Stripe and the key is I'm entering it and I'm enabling this one. So once I submit, so here the Stripe is added. So once the Stripe is added and once it is, yeah, once it is enabled, so then only we can accept the payment using Stripe for our invoices. Let's say like I'm going to create another invoice. Yes, I'm creating another invoice where which is amount of $0.1, and so now I am doing a payment for this invoice. I'm sharing it to another person, which is a customer. Let's say here in this case, I am the customer, and I am paying it for this invoice. Let's say I shared this link with someone. Okay, so in order to share, so when they click on the share button, so they will get this link, and they need to copy, or they can also share it with social media. Okay, so I copied and open it in incognito for the testing purpose. And here you can see if they enable whatever the gateway details they enabled, so those will be shown here, like shown here with the payment buttons. Okay, so once I click on this payment Stripe, it will go to that Stripe payment gateway with the amount of $0.1. Oh, so here the minimum amount is zero point 0.5 USD. In order to accept it, uh, let me edit this one, and so here I'm adding 10. Okay, I'm saving it. Okay, so now the total amount is $1, which is a $1. Yes, so when I click on the payment Stripe, now it is redirected to the Stripe link. Okay, the payment is completely happening through Skype. So currently it is in a test mode, so I'm giving my test credentials. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so once I click on this, so again, so it will done. So it will show the status as paid, and it won't show the payment button again. Even so, when even they refresh the paid, they won't get this button again, like payment with Stripe, because it is already paid. There is no due amount, so that's the case. So they won't get any payment here. So yeah, so now, so here in this page also they will get this notification, and once they refresh the page, so they don't even see this new invoices. So here, so the invoice is already paid. Okay, so this is how we are implementing. So this Stripe payment gateway, and so in now in the membership also, I completed my invoice section, right? So now I'm upgrading with another plan called free plan for my testing purpose. Okay, so because I need to create two more invoices, so to test this two, right? So I'm going with a free version, and for the free version it is a zero amount, right? So we don't need to go to the payment gateway. So when I click on the upgrade, it will directly show the payment is successful. And so now in the settings, the payment is added. Now you can see it, right? So now the first plan is the first two plans are pro plans, and last one is the free plan that is subscribed. Now you can see the invoice count also, it is increased. Okay, so now I'm creating another invoice for testing. So this GLL, pay with GLL, and also I want to show this gateway is protected. Okay, so with payloads and response and everything. Okay, so let me check. So I'm creating. Okay, now invoice is created. For this invoice, currently I am sharing it to another customer. Let's say in here, like other customer in the sense. So in my incognito tab, I'm just opening it. Okay, so now because I enabled only for the Stripe, right, in the gateway details for this user, for this client. So they enable the gateway only for the Stripe. They didn't enable for the gateway details. So in order to enable, so I need a key, right? So I need to get the keys. 1 second. Global limitless.
This is a message to the video editor. So the API key creation process is done in GLL.1. Please contact with Shovik to get the API
Yes,
creation process.
yes. Even they can also get this API key from this GLL one. So yeah, let me take my API key from here. That is good, I think. Yes, I got a mail. 731174. Yeah, so they will get this like API key from here, and like for the testing purpose, because I'm using my credentials, like I'm paying now, right? So I'm just using your wallet. So that means like in the GLL, so like previously shared, right? So the key. So I'm just using that key, and I am enabling this one. Yes. Now, when I'm accepting a payment, so okay, now if you see the screen, so now the payment with grow limitless is enabled, because so we also enable the grow limitless. So now here the payment with, so when I click on this button, it will go to the payment redirect page, so it which will show that $0.1 as a payment. It will convert it lively, so and it will show it. Yeah, currently in my case it is a 10 GLL. Now I'm connecting my wallet. Mm, my network is too slow. Okay. So 724474. Okay. So now let me check the previous steps once. So like in the starting step, I pay with the GLL, right? So in here, I have 28 GLL and I paid one. Now you can see my balance is 27. So because I paid one, so it is deducted. So now the GLL is working fine. And when I go to the XTC, previously my balance is 1.15, right? So I paid 0.15 XTC on that time, okay, for the subscription. Now my balance is 1.0, something like that. Okay. So currently I'm paying for the GLL. Let's see the response here. So once I click on the pay, you can see um, it is calling a API, so where it will give the encrypted data, so it will not show any type of data, and even in the response also, it won't show anything. It will only show the transaction hash, which is like for the testing purpose. So like they can also check that like this transcription hash is nothing but in order to test something like whether that transfer is completed or not. So for that case, okay. So here the invoice is getting paid, and so yes, the status is also done. The paid amount is updated, and the buttons also gone. So it won't show the buttons again. Okay. So now, and in order to check that the transaction is done success or not, so we are using XPC scanner. So the transaction is only visible to the customer, so that means client. So they can, it is also not a like big thing, so because the transaction as is nothing but, so it is simply a transaction ID. So whether to know, so whether the transaction is completed or not, it is just a simple ID, so to know the transaction details. Okay. Okay, so in my case my network is too slow. Okay, let me check the invoices. Yes, so now it is paid, so there is no in the due. So currently it will update in the paid section. Okay, so the GLL I paid with GLL now, so I'm going to pay with XTC now for the invoice. Let me check it. So I'm creating another invoice. Okay, now the invoice is created. Yeah, it is moving. So here for this invoice, so now I'm copying this. Okay, again I'm opening an incognito tab. Here I'm pasting it. Sorry, my network is too bad now. Yes, it will load the like invoice here, and we have the buttons, payment with grow limitless and everything. So now this time I'm going to check with XTC.
Why was the invoice blank?
My network is too slow. Shall I show it again? Shall
Yes,
I go to
yes.
back? Okay, fine. Yes. Now you can see it, right? All the
Yes,
information, the
continue.
discount is 0.1. Okay, right. So previously my network is too slow because here is the rainy condition. So yes, so now in the connect wallet section, so I'm logging with email. The icon is not connected. Eight four six nine eight six. Now it is fetched because the previously I paid for invoice. I paid around 10, right? 10 GLL. So that's why it is reduced by 10. And when coming to the XTC, now you can see. So the XTC it is showing the still one, and now I am paying the 1.1.4 XTC. It will not show like insufficient balance. In this case, what I need to do?
Send
Let
me
me
your
come.
wallet address. I will send you HDC.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I'm, so I'm sharing this invoice. I have 17 GLL. So it is showing too late. Yeah, currently I have 3 XTC. So I need to pay 1.4 XTC. So now let me click on the pay. Okay. So the invoice is updated with paid amount. So now in this case, I paid the invoice with XTC also. It is working fine. And so the last one show that it is not possible to pay the invoice twice. So it won't possible to pay invoice twice because it is already done. So
Okay,
yes.
you were showing the transaction hash somewhere. Is it opening now?
Ah yes. I need to check the copy transaction. No, I missed this copy transaction hash. Currently, I missed this transaction hash. So now in the XDC scan, they need to enter only the transaction hash. So yes, here in this block, they need to enter the transaction hash, which we are showing in the response. So for this transaction hash also, so there is only it will only have the like whether the transaction is status and the timestamp, like how many hours it's done, and from where to where, and it will also show how much amount it is paying and also how much amount that the commission is going on. Okay. So yes, so this is how they can also check it for our transcription, the transactions.